Sarah Dodds from Walled Lake Consolidated School District joins us as this week's Excellence in Education winner. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We received a nomination letter that was really complimentary of you, Sarah, and it really goes on to say, Sarah was my daughter's teacher. In the very first day of school, she welcomed Alicia into her classroom with open arms and made her feel like she was family. But Sarah always took the time to make sure she received the extra help she needed both in her class and with special services. And she goes on to say that Sarah is not just an educator. Sarah is a true light in the darkness. What goes through your mind when you hear that?
Well, first of all, that's incredibly touching. This is such a special family to me. As an educator, we don't only get to see the children, but we get to work very closely with the parents, and we get to, and we do become kind of like family there. So it's really touching. I wish I knew who she was so I could have brought her with me today.
Why do you do what you do, Sarah? And you do it extra.
Oh,
this letter goes
you.
into saying that you put in a lot of extra time.
Thank you. Like most educators, I am inspired by an educator that I had myself, and Mrs. Ciardo from Village Oaks Elementary in Novi many years ago made learning fun, and she made me feel important every day. And so I strive to make my students feel the same way in my classroom.
Let's fast forward 20 years from now.
Sure.
You run into a student. What do you hope that they say to you?
That they remember how kind I was, and they can remember some of the books we read, some of the stories we shared together, and just that I was there for them when they needed me. And I hope that if they need me in 20 years, they'll come find me too.
Sarah, what's it like when you're working with a child who maybe is struggling a little bit, but then all of a sudden the light bulb goes off?
It's the best feeling. The kids, they always have goals. I teach little ones, and even if it's just getting to read that Elephant and Piggy book by Mo Willems, when they're finally able to do those things and they have such joy on their faces, those are the best days as a teacher.
Yeah. Now, you're challenged right now because you're going to be doing virtual classes. And so
yes.
Talk about that and talk about, not being able to work with the kids one-on-one, but you can still make a difference.
Right. Thank you. I have a new position this year where I'm teaching for my path for the Walled Lake schools, where the parents who have chosen to go with a virtual program can. And so far, the highlight for sure has been when I've gotten to meet my kindergartners and my first graders, and we're reading the First Aid Jitters book together, and all of the smiles and the giggles when they're showing me their stuffed animals. Building connections is 100% the most important thing to do, even on the small levels.
You must go to bed every night being very rewarded by the smiles and the giggles. And
yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's the best career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious personally, are you still in touch with your teacher that made an impact in your life?
Yeah, I am. I got to go back when I was in high school, and I volunteered in her classroom once a week. And then when I was at Michigan State, I would go back whenever I had classes and I needed to connect with students. She always said, my students are your students. So I would go back and work with her, and it's she's amazing still. Yeah.
She set the example for you
did.
to set the example. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.